This week on the track. This week on the track. This week on the track.
So, real quick, I don't want to be reporting on every single thing. You know what I mean? I got other things to do. You feel me? More, just got better things to do than, be reporting on clown shit. But of course, we know that Shorty dogging Glorilla in the media, what they always do. Her brother came out, said, yeah, I don't want to start her career, but you feel me? According to him, he started her career, but he cool, he ain't asked for, but why you in the media talking, bro, if you good? You understand? Like, it's a lot of foolery. Now, maybe, you can look at her, right? And you can see that she's messy. She's super messy, right? And you can kind of see why, she ain't kind of fucking with her. What's he say? And right now, it's about the clout. Right now, that clout gonna come and go. That ain't gonna stay up long. People want to chime in, see what's going on. Tell the next story. This not gonna last long. So, this is what we call 15 minutes of fame. This her brother right here. Gorilla brother, this him. Let's see what they say. Gorilla brother say he hasn't heard from her in 4 years, but insists he never complained or asked her for anything, despite being the one who first introduced her to the entertainment world. That's how it be. So this is what he say. His name Oliver Party Sr. The internet is thirsty as fuck. I never needed nobody for anything. I'm over here working and raising my son. I would never hate on my invention without whatever that say. M10. She wouldn't be who she is. Okay, hold on. I would never hate on my invention. Cap. Without me, M10, she wouldn't be who she is. I guess that's who his name. Introduce the microphone to the family. They say the jokes are comical, but you ungrateful. MF should be thanking me. I ain't heard from that girl since before FNF. I'm good over here. So he's saying like, and I got a similar situation to that. My brother he brought me in to the Israel world and told me about the Israelites. And, what I did, I end up, taking it serious. End up teaching the word, bought a whole bunch of books. I'm like $10,000-$15,000 in books. I'm studying, I'm reading, and I kind of advanced. And it's like he kind of, at this point, somewhat jealous. it is what it is, right? But I the one brought you to the word, to the truth. That's what they call it. I the one brought you to the truth. Okay, you did. Thank you. You led me to God, and got my faith stronger than what it was before. You brought me out the darkness. I applaud that. So he pretty much saying, well, Shorty was doing her thing, but I guess he in some type of music business. Like, I don't want to brought her into this. I put the microphone in her hand, this and that, and he said, this the thanks that I get. It don't seem like, it's like people trying to, I don't really know his story. It look like people trying to state that, he somewhat salty, We would never know you put that mic in her hand if you would never said nothing, bro. So it's like you is throwing that out there, But he said he ain't heard from her in 4 years since FNF. Now, I don't know if y'all understand, but once certain people make it in the industry, you're told you can't go back and help those that that's close to you. If you look at 50 Cent, he ain't help his son. We see how Jay-Z doing his son, his friends, Benny Siegel. Who else was in there? You got, who Beyonce helped. She, Shalon kind of got her own thing. What happened with Toni Braxton? Once she got played out, then she brought her, sisters in to do a TV show. What happened with the Jacksons? When Michael Jackson left, the Jackson 5, they had to do a meeting just to see their own brother. They had to make appointments. So it's like once they kind of grab you and put you to where, you're in a different bracket, it's like, it's a pattern that. Look at, it was a talk about, what's dude's name? Hold on. MC Hammer. It's, I heard some people saying they was his cousin. He didn't help out. We know what Finesse 2 Times did with his mom. You got the Chris Rock, Monique, of course Michael Jordan. You know that. And I'm just saying, like, them certain people that I know of that didn't come back and help their family. And Glorilla, she dealing with I think Yo Gotti said that she was pregnant. I'm not sure of that, but that's kind of how the game worked. Now, I haven't did any research on her sister, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But it looks like she's getting her 15 minutes of fame right now. But if you look at her, you can see that she's in living a certain lifestyle, and she look disagreeable. Somebody that just by the way she talks, you can. I'm sure people that's like that you would want to, and I'm not saying, because this at blood thicker than anything. If that's the lifestyle she lived, that's the lifestyle she lived. But for what I'm saying is like y'all wasn't close, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but it don't seem like y'all was that close coming up. Because if you was close with somebody and you came up financially, you will reach back out to them. It's people like, if I strike gold, it's certain people that I'm just don't come and look out for. People that I haven't seen in 20 years, that I help them, that I help out. Certain people that I reach out for, and I make sure they good. But again, as I said before, when you sign a contract, you are told this is for you, not anybody else. This is not to make everybody else rich. I want to get an understanding of that. So I can't help my mom. You can do some things for your mom. We're not saying, but as far as helping your cousin and your long lost uncle, we ain't doing that. That's in the contract when you sign that. That's why, come on, you think black people is that heartless to where they'll make it strike gold and don't help none of their family? Think about it. No, So remember, Chris Rock didn't even want to let his brother perform. Didn't want him doing comedy, nothing. And I don't know if it's to save him because the music and the show business is Hollywood is highly weird, you know. So I get it, I get it. Um, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Sure, you gotta do for yourself. Yeah, that's all I can really say. And Glorilla, she doing her thing and everything, but you training, so you doing something because you her sister. Now you went from, I think she had 170 followers. She had 120,000 followers. So now you got followers. Now you can start making money. Now you can just ask all your followers, hey, everybody send me cash out me $1. And now you got $120,000. So you did benefit from that. You just got to get it out the mud. That's all. Nobody's gonna bring you a plate. You have to actually go out there and get it and eat yourself. You feel me? That's what it is. I'm not gonna say too much more on it, but you dragging her and the media, I'm not gonna help. It made everything aware. Now we know who you are. But when you do things like this, it's like, oh, that's why she's not helping you. Because of that. And like her brother, man, look, I'm cool over here. I'm raising my son. I don't care nothing about that. And that's just how it be. Yeah, that's my sister. I ain't heard from her in 4 years. That's how it is. That's how it is. I got a sister that we ain't making no money. I ain't heard from my sister in a year. That's how it be. I got cousins I ain't heard from in 5, 6 years. I got a cousin right now. They got more money than Glorilla. Right now. Hold on. Right here, look. Hold on. Mandel Crowley. Right? You can Google him. Let me move this out the way. This is my cousin right here. Know what I'm saying? Very, very, very rich. You understand? You can Google him. Google Mandel Crowley. And again, he do lectures and from man do lectures and everything. He have dinner with Obama and people like that. He's very wealthy. It's my first cousin. Where I'm at right now, stayed upstairs. You understand? Where I'm at right now, the man stayed upstairs. He do all types of speaking interventions. It's my first cousin. He got pictures with Obama, Grant Hill, Tiger Woods. He in that circle, right? He's on the board. He's on the board with the big boys, Speaker, the Senate. So when you deal with people that's successful, you can just kind of tell like the circle he in. You know what I'm saying? He's in a different type of circle. You feel me? Now this is different. Look. Mandel Crowley, Executive Vice President and Chief Client Officer at Morgan Stanley, and has an estimated net worth of $12 million. Listen to me. 12 million to 13 million as of earliest 2026. He owns 68,788 shares of Morgan Stanley stock, which are valued at over 12 million. This is my cousin. Let me show you something. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something. Y'all read it yourself, right? Look. As early as 2026, Glorilla net worth in 2025 is estimated worth roughly $1 million to $5 million, with some sources suggesting even higher potential at her career rapidly. But, bro, I'm gonna put her at $5 million. I just showed you my cousin worth $12 million. He worth $30 million, but He worth 30 million, but he put 12 up there. For some reason, they do stuff like that. He got 30 million. I saw with my own eyes. He has 30 million, not 12. 50 Cent say he went bankrupt, he went broke. So he ain't got so much money, so they won't come after you. You start putting money. Oh, he got money overseas, and I hope I ain't blowing the whistle, but you put money overseas. So if anything happen, you get sued. You got 12 million on paper in United States. He got $30 million. The man got like 18 million overseas here and there. Now we the same age. Well, he older than me. He older than me by maybe a year and a couple of months. But it's my cousin. Look, that's his number right here, right? That's him, right? First cousin. Let me tell you something. You can't get through. He won't pick up for shit. He'll never pick up. I mean, I talked to him. You got to text him. But it's kind of late.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished.
Look, this him right here. This is my cousin, man. Look, May. Look, happy birthday, cousin. I know I'm over a week late. Hope yes, there. Trust is all well. It's me. My man, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I be doing well. Yes, end of the month, I cross over. Crazy. It's my cousin, man. You feel me? And you know what's the crazy part about it? The man talk like Obama. Like, you talk a certain way when you into the money. Let me see something. Another picture. Another picture. That's me and him a while back. I was young as hell. It's my uncle funeral. It's him and Grant Hill, the basketball player. Grant Hill. Like I say, he in the circle with the big boys. This him at the president, Obama. Plate $10,000 for a plate. $10,000 for a plate. West Side, Morgan Stanley, yeah.
There's no more important
This how he talk.
in retaining talent than by giving them opportunities to grow and to stretch. Now, speaking of opportunities to grow in private equity,
Man, they had him on TV.
that talent, and in my personal view, there's no more important lever in retaining talent than by giving them opportunities to grow and to stretch.
He be talking up like, man, you don't get your ass out here talking like that, bro. Shit funny as hell, Joe. But look, I'm just showing y'all, look, this him and who? That's Common. You understand? So, when you get to talking that, motherfuckers ain't took care of motherfucker. I don't know who that is. But I'm going to tell you something. When you make it, family don't take, family forget about you. And I'm just saying, like, You know. And y'all over here talking about, God damn it, you ain't seen nobody. Come on, man. It's hard to see, but who is that? Tiger Woods, man. Tiger Woods. You know. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, again, credentials. Morton Stanley. I don't know if y'all know what the Morton Stanley is. He in New York now. Can't get a fucking dollar from him. A fucking dollar. Come on, man. So when y'all come talking about, you know, motherfuckers made it and, you know, ain't give back. I get it, that might be your sister. But it, you know, it ain't gotta be the music business, it ain't gotta be the sports, it ain't gotta be Hollywood. It's once a motherfucker make it, your ass just out. They not finna come and give you anything. You hear me? Again, I showed y'all he had way more. He got 30 million, not 12. He's showing 12, but he got 30. Trust me, he got 30. You know he gonna, I'm his favorite cousin. You know, I was, you know, I come up hustling. I used to, when he was in Chicago, I used to tell him, man, I got a Gucci watch for you, man. He like, what you want for it, cuz? Man, I'm saying, I want 175. Cuz I give you $30. Nah, I can't do 30. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I just turned down 160, so why would I take 30? You know, so he liked the way I was talking. He tried to get me to come to New York, like in the 90s. I wasn't trying to leave Chicago. I'm like, nah, I ain't leaving Chicago. I wasn't really ready for New York. You know what I mean? It might would have been a good move. I just wasn't ready for it. Chicago, I had everything going on. But he like, man, I used to tell everybody, man, my cousin, he loved my ambition. He loved my hustle. And it's like, you know, he respect me for that. You know what I'm saying? Never asked him for nothing. I think he gave me like $800 one time. I asked him for $800 one time and didn't pay that back. With them type of people, you get something from them, you don't pay them back, you done. They like the credit bureau, you done. You know. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, Glorilla got $1 million. That's what she got on paper. I told you $1 million ain't $1 million. $1 million, if you got $1 million on paper, shit, she probably got like $80,000. $80,000. You know, she got to pay taxes. You know, she got to pay, you know, publishers. She got to pay, you know, accountants, you know, security, you know, hairdresser. So it look good. And then, you know, you really make your money off the show. They, you know, because they pay for everything. Give you advance money. She ain't got no money like that. So you think, man, she on the Source Award, she on the Soul Train, she on the red carpet. Oh, she with Yo Gotti. She got it. No, she ain't got it. It look good on paper. They gonna put you out in front of the world, and you gonna be singing and doing this. But remember TLC? They got on a Grammy Award say, y'all, we are broke. We have no money. And people like, what? You the #1 group? Yeah. Bad deal, bad contract. What happened with Crucial Conflict in Chicago? You know what I'm saying? Got robbed out all that money. Don't know how to do sign contracts, sign deals. So everything that glitter ain't gold, man. I didn't want to come on and stop and say that, you know. But yeah. You ain't doing nothing, we ain't doing. We all got rid. And I got another cousin, Leroy Sims, same last name, you know. Yeah, it's another one of my cousins right here, man. Look, Leroy Sims. Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers experience, Los Angeles Lakers education, Stanford University School of Medicine. Nigga, this is my first cousin. Same last name. He's a MD for the Los Angeles Lakers, the doctor. You hear me? Look, I'm showing you. Fuck you work this shit. Not this. Hold on. I don't know how to work this shit. Give me 1 second. So right here, read, and again, this is something I didn't know. Because last time he was the Golden State Warriors. Los Angeles Lakers hired Dr. Leroy Sims as director. Leroy Sims, MD, MZ. He went to Stanford, the doctor in charge of the NBA bubble. Leroy ran a mask right here. Leroy Sims, 97, Philip Esther Academy. I'm showing you, I got rich motherfuckers in the family. So, you know, look. I want to show y'all. So y'all, you know, when you come talking about a motherfucker with $1 million, come on, man. For real. Now, I'm showing y'all, right? This is my first cousin. Show you something. So again, just checking in on you, boy. What's up? Not that big, boy. Nah. They don't change numbers. Unlike us, them niggas.